So I have here a cartoon book about how to be British. And on the front cover, it has an Englishman drowning. And after saying help, this is what he calls out. Okay. He says, help. He says, excuse me, sir. I'm terribly sorry to bother you, but I'm wondering if you would mind helping me a moment. As long as it's no trouble, of course. And it's very British of him. Anyway, Psalm 143 that we're looking at today is written by David, and it's a psalm crying out for help. And unlike an Englishman, he's got a bit of a different way of going about it. And so I'm just going to draw from this psalm three things that we can take away from David about crying out for help. So number one, David comes as he is. He says in verse 2, do not bring your servant into judgment, for no one living is righteous before you. David knows he falls so short of God's standard, and yet he doesn't let that stop him from coming to God. And we feel that too, don't we? When we come to God, we hear this voice saying, you've not done enough for God. You don't deserve for him to listen to you. You don't deserve his favor. But you know, that's rubbish. God loves to listen to us, and he always wants us to come to him. We can never fall too short. Number two, he's honest. He says, so my spirit grows faint within me. My heart within me is dismayed. I feel so low, God. And he's honest about what he needs. He says, let me hear about your unfailing love. Show me the way I should go. Rescue me from my enemies. And finally, David declares the character of God. You know, so often we hear this devil's voice that God is distant and he's harsh, but that's not true. The Bible was written by dozens of people over a couple of millennia that all testify to the unfailing love of God. And David declares that love too. He says, in your unfailing love, help me. For the name's sake, Lord, preserve my life. In your righteousness, bring me out of trouble. All right. Blessings.